Hey all, my name is Paul Borosky and I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. And what I'm going to do today is bring y'all a little segment about not only why business plan writing is so darn tough, but I'm going to show y'all how to actually get started with the business plan with the writing process. And before I get into that though, the title of this whole segment is A Business Plan Writing, It Is As Bad As It Sounds. And the reason I say that is that business plan writing is so tough for so many different reasons. And some of the main reasons is that the gold standard of business plan writing is the SBA structure or outline that's applied on the SBA's template, which is right here. So if you Google SBA business plan, you're going to wind up onto this page. It looks pretty innocent, pretty straightforward. However, when you scroll down, you're going to have a whole bunch of links to a whole bunch of places. And then when you start going over the different menu items, you don't even know where to start. It tells you to start planning your business here. Then it tells you to launch your business here, manage your business here, grow your business here. And then to plan your business, it's got your market research, it's got your write your business plan, you calculate your costs. Where do you start? Where do you go? How do you even get anywhere with this mess? And then when you start clicking on this information, this big thing jumps out at you, and you don't even know where to start with this. Use market research for customers. You start with your market research. Why the heck would you start with your market research when you're writing your business plan? So the coherency and the structure of the business plan for the SBA, their template, kind of sucks. So when you're writing a business plan, you got to follow a better structure, and I'll go into that in just a moment. However, before I dive into how to start writing your business plan, y'all get to sit through a little 30-second infomercial about me and my company. And like I said, my name is Paul Borosky. I am the owner of Quality Business Plan. I do write business plans, 80% of my business. I also do business consulting. And then I've got my baby here, financial forecasting. I absolutely love doing that. I do other kinds of business writing as well. I do design websites and blogging, and I do write resumes. MBA, published author. I've got a couple books published. If y'all are looking for raise some funds, I do have the Complete Small Business Guides to Raise the Funds 2019. And then I also have a Finance Time Value of Money book out as well. All right, so with that said, when you're going to write your business plan, this is a structure that I strongly recommend. A lot of people tell you don't start writing your business plan with the executive summary. It should be the last thing. However, when you have absolutely no clue on how to start your business plan, I say screw everybody else, write your executive summary first. And the way that's structured is going to be the executive summary, your problem statement, the company and product, target market, competitive advantages, financial highlights, and funding. This is not, each one of these components are in the SBA business plan, so these are within the gold standard. However, the structure that I have put these in for all my business plans is different from the SBA because this almost tells a story, and this follows the entrepreneurial process, where the SBA structure is all over the board. Same information, it's just for them. It's like an Easter egg hunt. You have to go out and you have to find all the good stuff. For mine, it's laid out in a story-like manner. So always start with the problem, this information right here. Once you have this structure set up, the next thing it's going to be to do is just to put a sentence after each one of them. So for the problem, for this particular one, I use my old company, and the problem is that finance courses require, finance courses are tough, and whether it's undergraduate or graduate, there's more finance courses out there, and people really struggle with finance. So I identified the problem. One sentence. Company and product. Here is where I just briefly introduce my company into a couple sentences. It's going to be a limited liability corporation. It's going to be the address. Can't get any simpler than that. And then, in one sentence, what is your company going to do? And then that's it. Walk away, stand off of this real quick. So now you've got your company and product done. Then your target market is who wants your services? And just identify. It could be a word, it could be a sentence. Once you identify that, then take a look and think about your competitors and what are you going to do better than your competition, and that's where your competitive advantages is going to come in. Your financial highlights, That can be, that's going to come up a little bit later, but still put a nice sentence in here. Financial projections are based on market research and empirical examination of the finance student industry. Just get yourself started with it. Write your introduction sentence. Heck, take the sentence if you'd like. But just introduce the financial highlights section. And then here, you definitely should know this. How much money do you want? And again, this is going to be a ballpark. The number is going to change. It's better to go higher and then to go too low. It's better to go higher, and then if you don't need that money, you can come down instead of going low and say, wait a second, here, I need more money, and then you have to go back to investors or to a bank, and that's a little bit more of an uncomfortable conversation as compared to, hey, y'all gave me too much kind of a deal. So make sure you follow this structure and make sure you put, just start with a sentence for each one of these topics. Once you're done with that, now blow it up into a paragraph. Add some more details to each one of these topics. You got the problem here. Add a couple more sentences to the problem. Start describing the problem. Same thing with the company and product. You've got a good structure. You got a good start with the first two sentences. Then start telling about what you're going to do within your company. For this one right here, justify why you chose this target market. Here's the target market. Second sentence. Now justify it. Competitive advantage, once you introduce what your competitive advantage is going to be, explain why your competitive advantage is what it is. And then your financials, that comes after you do all your financials. And then for this right here, for your funding, after you introduce your funding, how much you need, then tell them what the terms are, what terms you're able to work with. Are the terms negotiable or are they set? Are you looking for a loan, or are you looking for an equity position? Are you looking for an investor? So just go a couple sentences from there. Once you have all this information set up, then each one of these segments can get broken off, and it can be now only its own section. For example, company product, that would go under the company description. You start with your company summary, you blow that up a little bit further, and then you go into more details with your products and services. And you would do that with each one of these components. And so that's how you build a basic business plan from, just a few high-level segments that you need, to starting to those segments, to building them to their paragraphs. And then from there, you can take each one of these segments and you can write a whole, 3, 4, 5, 10 pages on each segment once you have the solid structure. So hopefully this information is helpful for y'all in getting started with writing a business plan. And if y'all need some help writing a business plan, here's my contact information, Quality Business Plan. My name is Paul, and I write business plans all over the country, all over the world actually. So don't be a stranger. Give me a shout. Thank you.